Hey, Omar always loves to do that to me. Good evening, all
I
you
did.
ladies.
I did do that to you. How's it going,
And
everybody?
yeah, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Reelz Talk with your host, the amazing Amanda, and my lovely co-host, Uncanny Omar.
What's up, everybody?
How is everyone doing? I see that we've already got some people in the chat ready to give their opinions on the best and worst sci-fi fantasy couples in TV and movies.
I
So we
see
are
we already got 2 dislikes. What? Did somebody just
what?
come on here and not like To All the Boys I've banged before? That's what I'm
Yeah,
calling it from now on,
that's
by the way.
not what the title is, but
That's what
he
the
wishes
title
it
is.
was that.
Maybe. Yes, so everybody, thank you so much for joining us for our Wednesday comic book movie news segment. And we also throw in some things that pertain to, I don't know, whatever Amanda wants to do, which is
Okay.
rewatch To All the Boys I Loved Before. That's
Yes,
what.
so we're finishing up our Nerds and Romance month as this is the last week of February. We all made it through another month in 2021 on to March, which is Omar's birthday month.
Yeah, son. What?
Woohoo!
Yeah,
It's
my
also,
birthday
the
month.
Ides of March, which happens right after his birthday. So lots of good stuff.
Hello, Homanda, home Omar.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello,
Omar. Hi,
we're definitely going to
Amanda.
be talking about that too, guys. As you know, they announced the official name for the Spider-Man 3 coming out in December. So obviously, you'd be foolish to think I'm not going to talk about that. So we'll be talking about that. But first, we got a lot of stuff to kind of pile into this episode. And the first thing,
She
before
got
we
a
talk
lot to talk
about,
about. She got a
yeah,
lot to talk about.
a lot.
She got a lot to talk about. Go ahead.
Uh, so the first thing we're going to talk about is not going to be the best and worst couples.
No,
So
it's
it's
not.
not
Okay.
yet. So before we get started with that, I had challenged Omar
That's
since it
not a
was
challenge.
Nerds and
It's
Romance Month,
not a challenge.
forced him to watch one of my newest favorite romantic comedies. It's on Netflix. Please don't dislike this video because we're putting this very I guess teen girl movie on our channel, but that's what you get if you want me, you got to get all of me, guys, not just the one side. Sorry.
Whoa. She's reciting wedding vows here. Okay. So yes, it's we have a lot of fun. We break it even doing Reels Talk was a lot of fun. It was a really fun segment that we used to do, and we would do different things like challenge each other to do different videos, and that's how we kind of spun out and did the Was It Really That Bad, which we will bring back. But this time, since we're focused on romance. Amanda, for the last few years, has been an ongoing joke from the old Reels Talk all the way back in 2018. If you go back and watch it, she's been trying to get me to watch this really crappy movie called To All the Boys I've Loved Before. With a ridiculous title like that, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna watch it. Like, what's in it for me? Like, maybe if I was going on a date with a chick and this is the way she wanted to watch, maybe. Okay. So that being said, I finally got around to watching it yesterday. By the way, I started watching another one because all these damn movies have the
There's
same
three of
title.
them.
To All the Boys I
Yeah,
Loved Before. P.S. I Love You. To All the
that's the
Boys I've
second
Loved.
one. Yeah.
I'm glad you know, but I didn't. I'm like, well, this doesn't sound like the premise of the movie she was talking about. All right, so really quick, I need to say that I hate Amanda so
Oh,
much because I love this stupid movie.
yes, I knew you were gonna love it. I
I,
knew it. Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love this stupid movie, and I did not want to like it. But by the end, by the way, if y'all have not seen it, I mean, you're not really missing out on anything. But if you've seen it, I am going to spoil it.
Yeah.
Um, by the end, I'm like, wait a minute. She said there were 5 letters. Where's the fifth dude? I kept asking that the whole time. Then after the credits, he shows up, and I'm like, and that's when I realized, God damn it, I think I like this movie. And I'm sitting there, and I'll tell you why. Because it's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I really gotta go to bed because I got an early morning to do videos and editing videos. I got an Exoswords video I need to work on, but I can't. I don't want to stop. Why? I want to see who she ends up with, and I don't know. I don't know what it was. I wanted to see who Lara Jean ended up with. Is she gonna end up with Peter? Is she gonna end up with what was the other guy's name? Josh, who kind of anyway. Why I liked it though is because it reminded me of a John Hughes movie.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
That's
I
it.
love that about it. Like,
It
first of
pays
all,
such good homage to it.
there's a lot of tropes to John Hughes movies. Like, her mom is dead. She's living with a single dad that doesn't understand women or their periods. So it's got these little goofy things about it. Her favorite movie is 16 Candles, right?
Yes.
Her
Mhm.
best friend, who is her arch nemesis cousin. Man, I know
Chris,
way too much about this
yeah.
stupid movie.
I cannot believe this
Has
is amazing.
has the fashion sense of Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
The hat, everything.
The hat and
100%.
the stupid shoes. Like, I was like, what? So I don't know. I just really liked it. I really liked her. She's a great actress. I really liked the guy. Like, I wanted to believe that. I can't believe I'm reviewing this stupid ass movie.
Noah
All right, all
Centineo,
right.
yeah.
Okay, yes, Peter. Like, I wanted to believe that he was a good guy. So when she was like, "Why does she show this video to everybody? Now everybody thinks I'm a slut." I was like, "Oh man, don't do that to her, Peter." I was into
But it
it.
wasn't him.
No, it wasn't. I know that was a twist. And then the whole time, what was her name? What's her arch nemesis name? Is it Jen?
Genevieve.
Jen. Okay.
Genevieve,
So
Jen, yeah.
the whole thing was like she had been jealous of her because of that spin the bottle game they played, and ever since then, she's like, "You've known I've liked him," and it reminded me of all the spin the bottle games I used to partake in.
In
And
middle school, yeah.
oh my gosh, 6th grade, 7th grade. But this was, this is a high school movie. Yeah, I went into this movie like thinking, what do I possibly have to do with any of these characters? Like, I can't relate to any of these people. I'm not a teenager. I am going soft. I'm sorry.
Thank you for that super chat, Sugarman. I had to put that on
I'm sorry. I'm soft. I'm soft. I'm a soft boy. I'm way too invested, and I literally almost texted you at 1:30 last night going, you bitch. I hate you. I hate that I'm and not only that, but I was so ready to watch the sequel. I'm ready to watch the sequel right now. But I'm like, well, no, it's 1:30. I can't do that. I can't start a movie right now. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
Have
A
you
lot of
watched the
fun.
sequel yet? Since
Not yet.
the sequel, so to be fair, the sequel is not as good as the original or the first one. The third one, which just came out this Valentine's Day, so a week ago, is actually really good. It's much better than this. The second one suffers from that middle of the trilogy kind of thing where they don't really know what to do with the characters.
Oh, it's the Empire Strikes Back.
It's the Two Towers, yeah.
It's the Two Towers.
That's what the Two Towers is like. It's kind of like there's no beginning. Like it's just a weird in the middle. But
so I looked up the actress Hayden, and yes, she was Jubilee in X-Men. She was who is she in Deadly Class?
The main girl in Deadly Class. The one with the swords. I can't remember her name.
Sokka? Sokka? Was that her name?
Someone help us out here. Deadly Class. I'm gonna
grab. Yeah, I remember my characters in To All the Boys I Loved Before, but I can't remember my characters in Deadly Class.
I do. Yes, I can't remember it either. Me IMDb her really quick.
So I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was really cute. Definitely has that John Hughes. John Hughes movies always had this.
Saya. Thank you.
Saya. Thank you. That was it. Always had this. Had an adult theme to it and almost borderline PG-13 mature content. That's what this was. I mean, because I was like, well, maybe I could watch it with my kids, and then there were some certain things I'm like, never mind.
A little bit, and like she's like my ass pocket and things like that. I wouldn't expect her to just come out of her mouth all of a sudden. But yeah, it's not quite there. But what I love about this movie, I think, so this came out in 2018. So everyone loves Virgin River, guys.
Yeah, me and Hugo is one of our patrons, and him and I bonded over Virgin River, and I'm like, I hate that I like that stupid show, and I'm so ready for season 3.
Yeah. Side note before I get back. Chris Davidson. It was canceled, but it actually was pretty good. I mean, it had Wong in it. I mean, it was a pretty good show. But you put some on Sci-Fi Channel, what do you expect? Very few TV shows end up past season 1 on the Sci-Fi Channel.
And Rick Remender.
It's beyond me, but yeah.
Rick Remender was writing the script. Amanda and I both reviewed the very first episode on one of our Friday shows. We both really liked it. We wanted to keep going, and sadly, it
ended.
Yeah. So, okay. I have to talk about this because I did like the cast, and I was like, okay, that guy's really charming. I'm kind of hyped. Like, yeah, he could. I mean, he's not scrawny. He's not Prince. I mean, but nobody's He-Man, right? I mean, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's bald. This is 2018. He's bulked up since then. So.
Man, can he bulk up like Lundgren though? I don't think he can bulk up like.
No,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
the
his
only person
body
who
type.
might do that is going to be Chris Hemsworth. And Chris Hemsworth can't play every big, bulky character. He doesn't have that much time in the day.
Doesn't he have a brother? He's got two brothers. Get one of those
His brothers
guys.
aren't that bulky either, nor are they that good looking. He is the best looking one out of the bunch. I've seen both of them.
You're telling me you wouldn't take any of the three?
Maybe Liam, but the other one, he was just in another something I've watched recently.
Was he over 30? What's wrong with that guy?
No, he doesn't the same face. His face is very similar, but not to the weird
same
looking
genes. It's the same gene.
Anyway,
right?
But so the reason I wanted him to watch this movie is because we were talking about romantic comedies, and this came out in 2018 during a time when we had a very big dry spell of teen romantic comedies. If you try to really think in your brain between end of 2008, 9 to
really, I haven't seen a good one since Mean Girls Are Saved.
Exactly, and that's 2004, 2005, or 2006, that area. So they focused more on the YA fantasy stuff. We got a lot of Divergent. We got the Twilights. We got all the Harry Potters. They were focusing all of that stuff, and obviously those properties lost their steam because that's what happened to Divergent series.
Well, Mockingbird, people were upset with the ending of Mockingbird.
Especially dividing it into two movies. Why they did that, no one has a clue.
The Hobbit was 3.
Exactly. Also don't understand that either. Why they made Deathly Hallows 2 movies again. But regardless, there was this dry spell, and young girls growing up around this time weren't really having a lot of these teen romantic comedies we had. I mean, I grew up with, Can't Hardly Wait, She's All That. He grew up with all the John Hughes films. So we're really getting our age difference.
Some Kind of Wonderful is one of my favorite movies of all time. All time.
Yeah, so it's just so this came along, and this is what Netflix has done really well. Is Netflix, they have some really good ones, like To All the Boys I Love For. They have some mediocre ones that are okay, like The Kissing Booth. Then they have other ones that are okay, like Sarah Burgess, The Loser, and things like that. But they've really taken the teen romantic comedy genre, and they're producing the crap out of it, because they're getting all these people to watch it, because this was a phenomenon. When it came out in 2018, it was one of the most watched movies on Netflix at the time. And it's also, for me, it's not just your run-of-the-mill teen romantic comedy either, because like Omar said, it pays homage to the John Hughes films. It pays homage to the 1990s high school film with fake relationships and bets and contracts, things like that. And
I have something to add here too.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was so divested that I spent, when I enjoy something, I want to look more about the actors and the behind the scenes. So the lady that wrote the book that this is based on, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually talking about this. This is like a freaking fanfic for you. But the lady that wrote the book that this was based on did not sell this because everybody else wanted to cast a young white girl to play the character instead of a young Korean girl that was mixed,
American,
right?
She's half Asian American, half white. Yeah.
But I love it that she was like, somebody finally came and said yes, but she was completely okay with recasting all the Asian boys with white guys. That's why there's 4 white guys in one.
That's true. Well,
I thought that was okay. Well,
his name is African American.
I said 4 white guys and 1 black guy. I was like,
And don't forget, one of his buddies is good old King Bach from the Vines days, because that guy tried to become an actor at one point. He's in those babysitter movies on Netflix too.
Dude, I love babysitter movies. That's the guy from Smash King. Is it Smash King? What are those Vine videos that they used to do?
I don't remember what his video. I just watched a lot of King Bach Vines around 2013, 2014 when Vine was huge.
Yeah. But no, thank you. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and now I'm really excited for the sequel. Sadly, the second one.
Chris Davidson said, I didn't realize it came out that long ago. I'm impressed they got 3 movies with one franchise. I'm still waiting on the 6 Underground sequel news. Well, Chris, it's actually a book series, so that's how they could get 3 movies out of one franchise, is because Jenny Han is the author of the YA books, and there is more than one book. That's kind of how they did it. So
Hugo and I have a one-on-one, and I'm sure I'm going to watch Always Be My Baby, and we're going to be talking about it.
Always Be My Maybe, or the one with...
that's it. Always Be My Maybe.
That's a great movie with Keanu Reeves. Another great romantic comedy, if anyone hasn't seen it, with Ali Wong and the guy who plays Jimmy Woo. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
That guy is everywhere, man.
Well, he's just blowing up too, but that's another great romantic comedy that kind of turns things on its head.
Let's not get crazy, Hayden.
He's gonna buy the books, Hayden. I guarantee
I'm not buying the books. And you better not buy me books for my birthday either. Has anyone read the? I just literally just got it through. I got it through the DC app today, so I'm waiting to read that. Carly, Jim Halpert is his name. Jimmy Woo.
Jim Halpert. That's right.
Hugo, dude, I love the Before. I was telling Amanda, she's never seen it. I was telling Amanda, like, I can't. I think I called you. I can't remember. We talked for about an hour, and it was just me going, "You haven't seen the Before trilogy? Let me tell you about it." Oh, we were driving. We were driving somewhere, and we had a long drive, and I was telling you about it. Love those movies. Oh my gosh, and the heartbreaking story behind it, man. Kyle, buy Omar the books. Dude, Kyle's not gonna be buying me no book.
Yes, but anyways, if you guys haven't seen it, even if you think it's not for you, it's definitely worth a watch because it's not just about what I like about it is it explores Laura Jean as well, and she's dealing with these issues of really growing up because her big sister's going off to college. She's now having to be the mom almost around the house, and there's a lot of things that she's scared to drive. She's scared to take charge of her life, basically. And I think the movie does a really good job of watching her learn to stand up for herself and learn to take charge, all the while with the romantic side of things too. And she has it's a great supporting cast. Her dad is hilarious. And Noah is hot, so it never hurts.
That never hurts.
That never hurts.
I like the relationship she has with her dad is very John Hughes kind of written. Mm-hmm. Like he's kind of, and I really like the actor that played the dad.
John Corbett. Corbett is the name of the guy.
Love that guy. He was in Sex and the City.
Yes.
I just gave myself my Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yep.
I guess I am kind of soft.
He was the heartthrob, and now he's the dad. That's how most people have become.
Chris Hemsworth is going to be the dad in a couple of movies. Like here in 5 more years. It's not for me. I'm still in therapy because I accidentally watched 5 minutes of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
What a great! I actually like the books better than the movies, but that's fine.
Yeah, I never saw either. Was there more than one movie?
Yeah,
let's say there was more than one movie, right?
Yeah, I think they had 3 movies total.
Wait a minute now, Sugar Man. I still like Berserk and Punisher, but I can
also likes a little bit of romance on the side.
Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with
of that Laura Jean Covey and Peter putting his hand in her back pocket as they walk down the hallways of the school.
Now, Nocturne, you know the damn answer to this. I'm a Samantha.
I'm a Carrie. 100% I'm Carrie.
Oh, yeah. That one over there? Totally. Maybe even a Charlotte. Especially last season.
I'm between a Carrie and a Charlotte. I'm a little bit of both of those. Yeah,
I hate that.
I don't know who's Miranda.
I hate that we're talking about all this. I'm revealing way too much about myself. Way too much about myself. All right. There's my boy Project Viking. Dads are even bigger heartthrobs until they're 50.
There's plenty of men in their 50s who are heartthrobs.
Danny DeVito, Joe Piscopo.
I'm not saying I don't think he's a heartthrob. I'm saying he went from being casted as the heartthrob romantic lead to being casted as a dad. That's what happened.
Why are we banning Sugar Man? What did he do? Oh, because he said that about. No, Sugar Man's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, Sugar Man's all good.
Shanda Suk sank Amanda with the KY jelly. I literally read that as Kentucky jelly, not KY jelly, because I've been here for so long.
I'm sure we do have great jelly in Kentucky, but that's supposed to be where we're from.
I do have a funny story about that. How my mom accidentally got KY jelly for my cousins because she thought it was jelly. She thought it was Kentucky jelly, and it was KY jelly. She gave it to Corey and Adam, and I was like, Mom, they're a little bit young for that. Anyway, funny story. Anyone else notice that Loki begins streaming June 11th?
They made a lot of announcements. We're definitely going to be talking about some of that stuff. here shortly.
Yeah, we got some comic book news here.
Lots of
So,
stuff has happened today, guys. But first, Leo, let me answer Leo's question. Have you guys seen The Night Before Christmas? Yes, with Vanessa Hudgens on Netflix. Yes, I have seen it.
I have not one little one movie at a time there, Leo. So
Yeah,
that
we
was
gotta ease Omar slowly into watching these super
um,
cheesy romantic movies.
I'm the Uncanny Omar.
On Netflix.
I'm the Uncanny Omar, not I don't know, what would you call somebody that watches chick flicks? Chick flick Omar? Anyway,
Anyways,
what are we
so
talking about? What's next? What's next?
the main thing we want to talk about tonight, so to cap off our Nerds and Romance month, Omar and I wanted to discuss some of the best and worst couples in sci-fi and TV, or sci-fi and fantasy movies and TV, just kind of to talk about who we think are the best. And obviously, I've seen some people already had some of their answers in the chat earlier, so please feel free to put your 2 cents in there. But we just want to talk about that because obviously, even if these aren't romantic movies, there's always some type of romantic subplot and there's always some type of romance. And usually it helps the plot. It helps make the characters better. Sometimes it doesn't do much for the story and it might just ruin the whole movie in general. So we're going to talk about some of those. So Omar, what are some of your favorite, what do you think are some of the best couples in sci-fi, fantasy, TV, or movies?
I texted you this earlier.
Yeah, I know. Well, here, Michael has one that you texted me, so you could go ahead and start with
Michael. Yeah, Zoe and Wash. I really enjoy their relationship because you figure for a strong character like Zoe, she needs somebody like Mal, right? But really, her and Wash balance each other out, and I thought that was such a really beautiful relationship. Hated what happened in Serenity, the movie, but in Firefly, it was awesome, especially when Wash and Mal get kidnapped and they get tortured, and Mal keeps him alive by making him jealous. He's like, "Oh man, yeah, Zoe and I, we've hooked up so many times," and because Wash is dying and he's staying alive because Mal is messing with his head. So I thought it's a really good relationship. I really enjoyed them together. How about you? Your turn.
Okay, so Jesus, I'm assuming it says Jesus HB already gave me the one I wanted. One of the ones I want to talk about. It's more of a bromance, but suffice it to say, there's very few romantic relationships in Lord of the Rings. Yes, there's Arwen and Aragorn, and you get the hint of Faramir and Eowyn, which obviously happens more in the book than it does in the movies because of time. But for me, when you talk about relationships that really make a movie, sci-fi or fantasy, Frodo and Sam have to take the cake for me. They are above and beyond what it means to be a true friend, especially Sam. They're always there for each other. Sam is the counterpart for Frodo. When he can't do it, Sam has the will to get it done. And, Omar said he would never go up a volcano for anyone.
I was lying. I would. I mean, certain people, yes. Yes. Certain people, yes, of course I would.
Yeah.
I mean, not just everybody. I mean, depends what's on top. What am I getting out of that? What's on top of that mountain?
Well, I mean, they save the world from chaos, destruction, and evil.
I get to hook up with that thick Hobbit girl back in Hobbit Town. You got a deal. I'll climb up that mountain.
Yeah,
all day and back down.
Lionheart said,
"Oh,
Omar,
thanks, Lionheart. Thanks for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate that." Is it my turn again?
You can, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You didn't go. You didn't go because Sam and Frodo, you weren't really up there for you.
They're as far as they're not non-romantic. So for me, which people probably would argue because the series went on longer than this relationship did, but I also stopped watching up to a certain point, and I'm not sorry about that. Do I even have them in here? Damn it. Nope, I don't have them. It didn't pull. But one of my favorites will always be Buffy and Angel. Yes, people may argue that Spike is her true love or whatever the case may be, but for me it was always Angel, and the chemistry between the two of them I thought was great, and it ended when it needed to end the relationship, so that's fine. But it was one of my favorite relationships in a TV series, sci-fi or fantasy, Buffy and Angel. There you go.
That's a good one. Honestly, I really liked Angel and Cordelia. And I hated what they did with her character, and I realized there's all these things,
happening
Joss
behind
Whedon.
the scenes. We found out.
Yeah, that you didn't know
Mhm.
about, right? As you're watching this,
Yeah,
because
which is
these
insane.
are fictional characters to you. You didn't know what was going on, but I really like their relationship that blossomed afterwards. Or
I think they got
Tara,
more of a relationship. They're not first love. See, Buffy and Angel is first love, really, right? That's
yeah,
first
yeah. So much so that they were knocking boots, and that's what made him go evil. That's what
yeah.
happens, man. That's what
That's what
happens.
happens when you give up your virginity. Don't do it. That's what happened to men. They just go ahead and be dicks to you. What?
Is that the lesson you learned? Okay. I
Yeah.
learned a different lesson. I was just don't mess around with blondes or they're gonna drive you evil. You'll be killing chicks left and right, breaking necks. Anyway, for those that haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. For my next, let's see, I wrote it down here for Amanda, so I could have it handy later tonight.
Even
That is Fry and Leela. I love Fry and Leela together from Futurama.
from
Thought
Futurama, yes.
they were really cute together, and basically because he's an idiot and she doesn't give him any time of day. Like everything that he tries to do, everything that he does for her, and she still doesn't give him a time of day, and he still loves her no matter what. And there's a couple of beautiful episodes that will make you cry, like how much he loves her. Like this episode where they're like it was in the later seasons too, where they're travel like a constant loop. I don't know if anybody remembers that, where they're traveling through time. The world ends, and Fry was supposed to meet her for dinner, and he gets stuck in this time machine with the professor. Anyway, that episode is beautiful. Yes, but we don't talk about the dog episode. I can't even talk about the dog episode without tearing up. So
I think this is the only one we have that's animated too.
Yeah, surprisingly, and not really any comic book movie couples, because I don't really, you don't get to know. That's the thing with comic book movies, right? WandaVision is what brought this on, because WandaVision you get to see them every week. Granted, it's for like 10 minutes and 25 minutes worth of credits, but you still see them, just them. You never see that in the movies, right?
Never see it. With the exception maybe Tony and Pepper are the only exception.
Well, like if there was a TV show with Hulk and Black Widow, maybe everybody would have been like, "Oh," instead of "What the hell? Where did that come from?" You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Zach Brannigan and Kiff, love that.
Wolfwalkers. So Leo said Wolfwalkers, the girls. I don't know if they fell in love, Leo. I think at the end they're more like sisters. That's what the vibe I got. That's my daughter loves that movie. I've watched it several times on repeat. It's on Apple TV Plus, and it's a beautiful animated film. I think out of Ireland, and it is gorgeous. I would recommend it to anyone. Sean Bean is one of the voices in it. It's fantastic. But I don't think they actually fell in love. I think they grew a sisterly bond at the end. Anyways, go ahead, Omar.
It's okay. Goku and Chi-Chi. I think about that, but Goku's kind of not the greatest husband or father, right? Because he would rather be fighting instead of like helping raise his kids, and he did get the driver's license.
Yeah, Goku. It's Goku.
He did get a driver's license for Chi-Chi.
I've been watching a lot of that with like in recent last couple of months with my husband. He's been watching like the new stuff on Netflix or Hulu with Lyndon, my daughter, and I don't know if Goku's a good father. He's a good husband.
He's not a good father. Like I love Dragon Ball Z, but he's not a good father nor husband. And awful. I mean, I think the easy choices are always like Leia and Han Solo, Jamie and Cersei Lannister, hot. Kidding. Nobody take me seriously.
John and Ygritte. I mean, because that's not John and Daenerys. That was not right.
But the other choice I went with was Rory and Amy. Yes. I love that relationship because she always Amy. This is from Doctor Who, by the way, for those not familiar. Yes, Amy starts off, and you thought, "Oh my God, here we go again." She's got a crush on the Doctor, just like Billy Piper did. Like, we're gonna do this again, just like Martha Jones did. But she really didn't have a crush on him. She just kind of wanted to bang him, and she really loved was Rory, and that love was so beautiful in that episode. What is it? The girl who waited? Was it the girl?
Yes.
The girl. It's the one where he was the centurion and he waited thousands of years guarding her while she was asleep. Like, I thought that was a really beautiful thing. And then at
Mhm.
the end, she chose him
Oh,
over the doctor. Remember?
going, yes, super
Because
ironic.
because
He touches the angel. Oh,
because she had the option of going with the doctor, but instead she chose her husband. So that was really sweet.
agreed. Agreed. Um, that's probably, I always think when I think of Doctor Who, for me, like that to me is one of the best romantic relationships on the show. Um, with the Doctor's had many relationships with his companions.
Companions,
For me,
right?
the closest to it being a real relationship would be him with Rose Tyler, David Tennant and Billie Piper's iterations of the characters. So that would be
Yeah.
the closest I would get to one of my all-time favorite couples in Doctor Who, but they were never really romantic. I guess at the end, him and
Well,
her and the clone, but
yeah, the clone, right? Oh, my wife
yeah,
hates that.
because in a way,
What's up?
like,
What's up, theme park?
yeah,
Yeah, and I'm okay because a character like that, and it sucks, right? Like, because his hearts always get
exactly.
broken. The girl who could
We
hardly
could
wait.
hardly
I see what you did there.
wait. We all see what you did there. That's
Am
beautiful.
I a lesbian? Yes. Yes.
Are you? We
I
don't know
I
the answer
am.
to that. I don't know you
After
very well.
watching I've admitted I'm a Samantha and I love women. So
You a lesbian? Probably.
yes,
Yeah, you
absolutely,
probably did.
100%.
Yeah,
Boy Meets World, Corey. Oh, Topanga, dude.
yeah.
I didn't
No,
even
that's
watch
fine,
that
but
show. I
still,
just watched the.
one of the best relationships. Though to be fair, you know, they are a little like once they got to the college age and stuff. I think they, you know, he did her some wrong and vice versa. It was they've had some issues, but overall great,
By,
great.
by, by the way, big shout out to Michael Emmon. You're taking that admin role seriously, man. Look at that moderator deleting messages and he's putting people in timeout, man. He's putting people in timeout. That's my boy. All right, go ahead.
Great Girly says Xena and Gabrielle. Oh, I didn't even think about them, but what a great couple. I mean, because realize they're, really think they're a couple, but towards the end you realize the affection the two of them have. And at the end of the day, no matter, she sleeps with Hercules or whoever she would hook up with, Ares or whatever the case may be. Yeah, those last episodes, the two of them, it's just beautiful. Yeah. So let's get Lucy Lawless and Mandalorian, guys. I mean,
I'd like to see Lucy Lawless back. Last thing I saw her in was the Evil Dead series, and she was still super hot. I didn't recognize her at first. Hey guys, how about a Christopher Reeve, Stephanie Seymour in Somewhere in Time? That's the time traveling one, right? Yeah. It's technically sci-fi. I thought about adding the couple from About Time. It's the guy that did Four Weddings and a Funeral, and also the movie that we both loved during Christmas time. What the heck is that movie?
Love Actually.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
It's this movie. It's a beautiful movie.
Yeah. Said Amanda, Elena, Stefan. No, Elena and Damon. I almost put them on my list and I didn't. No, not Stefan. It's her and Damon. That's her true love. Stefan is with Caroline. It is Elena and Damon. They are each other's foils. He needed her to make him soft. He needed her to round out his rough edges. It's Elena and Damon all the way, 100%. If only they didn't break up in real life and then ruin the rest of the show, I would have been okay. But Elena and Damon, that's it. That's for me.
But yeah, those were some of mine, and then we were going to talk about some of the worst ones that actually ruined franchises or movies. Because there's always this thing with TV shows, right? Like TV shows, you always want people to hook up, and then when they do, and I know Amanda disagrees with me, and I'm okay with that. And then when they do, it kind of ruins the show, right? And I'm talking about shows like oh God.
The biggest one for me is Arrow. So that's the one because.
Okay, what happened in Arrow?
So in Arrow, obviously, in the beginning, Felicity was just kind of like the computer girl at the corporation, Oliver's family's corporation, and eventually she joins the team as his IT girl, and they eventually fall in love, which at first you think is great and wonderful, but over the seasons, the relationship takes that soapy turn where it kind of ends up almost, taking away from the action and every the other parts of the of the TV show, and actually starts to ruin a little bit of Felicity's character in a way, maybe a little bit of Oliver's character. A lot of people have complained about their relationship once they got together over the seasons, how it kind of drains the show of what it used to be, basically. So that's one example of a couple that, and Hugo said it right here, Felicity, which is their couple name, started off great,
Oliver and
became
Felicity.
annoying. Hall 233 said Oliver and Felicity are forced. Yeah, that's exactly, like, they kind of, you think about maybe his relationship with Dinah Lance, or not Dinah,
Black Canary.
Laura Lance was a better one. Laura Lance was a better relationship to really grow, but they forced the Felicity, which some people complain that she's more of a Mary Sue character. They threw into Arrow too, the way they, she comes off and the way that the relationship turns out. She more looks like a Mary Sue character than she is like an actual character within the Arrowverse. But yeah, that's one example of a relationship that maybe didn't work out well for this Ace TV series, or yeah.
Okay.
You haven't really watched a lot of Arrow, so I don't know how much you did.
I watched one season of Arrow, and it was not for me. I'm not the biggest CW guy though, so happy for those that love it. Like our co-host Wonder Maddie absolutely loves those shows, but for me, I watched Flash season 1. No, I watched 3 seasons of Arrow. 3 seasons of Arrow, 1 season of Flash, and that was enough for me. The couple that came out of nowhere, and I was like, what? Was the Martha Jones and Mickey in Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Where does that even come from? Like, it just kind of came out of nowhere.
Didn't the Doctor kind of force them together in that episode? Like, or it just was weird. Like, how would they know to get together and then start hooking up? And yeah.
I don't know. It just felt forced. And granted, it wasn't like it ruined the show, or they did episodes after that with the 2 characters as a couple, but it was just weird. I don't know. It is
very weird. Aaron Pym's writers suddenly have to find ways to cause drama within a relationship, and it comes off fake. I agree. That is absolutely shows, because their target audience is a certain age group primarily. I'm not saying that only those people watch those shows, but primarily of a certain age group, and they think that they need a certain amount of drama, which I guess when I was 16, 17, 18, I did like a certain amount of drama in my life. I have to say.
I don't know how many you wanted to go through.
I mean, like, another one for me, I think a big one, when you talk about the MCU, a big one that they could have left out of the movie and it would have been fine, was Doctor Strange and Christine Palmer. Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch was, we could have done without his relationship with Rachel McAdams. There was very little chemistry, very little for that character to do in the movie itself. Having to throw her into the plot just to have her there felt very forced, when they could have done without her having to resuscitate him having that fight with his ethereal being with that Mads, I don't remember Mads Mikkelsen's character, which I can't remember his name now, but there's another relationship that I feel like you could have taken it out of it, which a lot of Marvel movies, I feel like you could take the relationship out of it and it wouldn't mean anything. Like, you have to have Thor and Jane Foster, but sometimes their relationship, especially in Dark World, was not that great.
I never liked them together. I think it's the chemistry between Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman, or maybe it was just that she wasn't into it. Did it feel like that to you? Because I like Natalie Portman a lot. She's a great actress, but it seemed like in Thor, it never felt like she was into the role of Jane Foster.
I don't think she was. I mean, you think about some of the other roles she's taken on in previous years. I am surprised. I mean, she acted better than she acted in the prequel movies for Star Wars, but...
Oh, this is a good question, because I always wonder what you thought as a reader. So as a reader, when you're reading these books, did you want Harry and Hermione? Because I know both of my brothers were like, what?
It made no sense to me. The Ron thing came out of nowhere. And I know that J.K. Rowling has, since, the movie or the books and the movies has come out and defended it, saying that Hermione and Ron were kind of like her and, this fantasy boy or long lost like love of hers and how it would have turned out, whatever. But for me, it makes sense for Harry and Hermione to get together with the way he supported her, Ron never supported her. The way she supported him, Ron never really supported him either. He was always back and forth throughout the entire book. He was so jealous of him. He would have been the hobgoblin of that trilogy if he could have been, or of that series if he could have been.
Nice little.
For me, for me, it was always for me Harry and Hermione. Like, I've written fan fiction where later on they would like cheat on Ginny and Ron with each other, like when they were both R's, because Ron, like, you know, they just make sense. And Ginny just kind of also again came out of nowhere too. She just, you know, it was the trope of my sister got hot kind of thing. Let's hook her up with the hero. And yes, she could be she could be her own hero in her own right, but I didn't see why she had to hook up with the golden boy. So
Gotcha. Okay. I always wonder what you thought about that too.
yeah.
I honestly, like, I think they were also mad about who Harry ended up with too, but whatever. I'm trying to think of another series for me that kind of, you know, honestly, I didn't really like the whole Skulder and Molly thing, but I know a lot of people really love that about those two characters getting together. They were like, yes, finally.
Rick said, does the couple from the Black Mirror episode Hang the DJ qualify? For best couple, yes. Those two were fantastic. That was the
which one is that? The Miley? No, not Miley Cyrus.
No, that's not the one. I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the one where, what's that great Black Mirror episode?
I don't know. There's been a lot.
The one San Paradino, the one with the two women.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
They find each other and they get that one. That couple right there. That's sci-fi. That counts. They are fantastic. I don't remember Hang the DJ.
I couldn't remember who it was on Battlestar Galactica. There was a couple of like characters that they put together in Battlestar Galactica that I hated and felt so stupidly forced. But oh my gosh, speaking of not having chemistry, Natalie Portman again, and maybe not her fault, but I hate sand.
Hayden Christensen. Partly they have no chemistry. It's also partly that was a terrible dialogue.
I used that in my wedding vow. Shut up. I hated Pacey and Joey hooking up. Dawson's Creek. Is that what we're talking about?
No. Oh, no. The way Dawson treated Joey at the end of the day, Pacey was perfect for her. There was one thing where she ends up with a friend, not the lead. That's where I'm happy with it. Joey and Pacey made more sense. Dawson is a selfless little jackass. So I'm glad she ended up with him.
Whoa, easy now. You don't know if I'm the biggest Dawson fan.
I stopped watching. Like, the only reason I watched it was for Pacey, not for Dawson. He was annoying. Whiny crybaby. And that meme of him whiny crybaby is so true. Because that's how he is throughout the entire thing.
I'm totally kidding. I've watched 0 episodes of Dawson's Creek. My generation was 90210, and for me it was always Brenda and Luke Perry's character. What was his name? Oh gosh, oh man. Rest in peace, Luke Perry. I can't even remember. This chat is becoming a confrontation. Hey, for real. I do have to give it up to my boy Shonda Sook and my boy Michael Edmond. They're keeping this guy who's creating different accounts from coming back in.
Really? That's what's happening?
I really appreciate it. Like, I mean, it is really awesome that, like, you know, people have to create fake accounts to come and try to get in something funny, and they're not that witty about it, but I really appreciate you guys. Thank you all. So everybody give it up for them.
Dylan. Everyone said Dylan is Luke Perry's name.
Dylan, thank you, Dylan. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dylan. God, I love that show. I haven't even watched the new one because it breaks my heart that he's not in it. Granted, he wasn't in the original episode. He was in episode 2. Yep. Yeah. Kylo Ren and Rey, worst kiss ever. But wouldn't that have been so awesome, dude? If, like, I always think, like, I'm not the biggest fan of what was it, Last Jedi, right? Probably the best fighting sequence was in the middle. Love that. But wouldn't that have been awesome if, like, she turned dark and went to the dark side with him?
Would have been better.
And, oh my God, that movie would have been amazing.
There's a lot of things that would have been better if they kept on a path. But no, some other fan favorites or favorites of mine. So this is one that I thought about late and I really wanted to add it, and that is Rick O'Connell and
yes!
from
yes!
The Mummy. Can we talk about this? Is an oldie but a goodie. Yes, campy, like sci-fi fantasy film. but the dark universe. But man, what a great set of movies. These two really made the movies. Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser have great chemistry. They were adorable as these two leads. One of my favorite couples for sure. I mean, you've seen these movies, Omar, so you can attest to that.
I love these movies. This was my segue introduction to my daughter into horror movies, because I think Mummy 1 has funny things, but it also has jump scares, and I thought that was such a good way to like introduce my daughter to like what horror movies are, and it's so good. And it broke my heart when they replaced her in the third Mummy movie with granted, what's her name's a phenomenal actress too. But Rachel Weisz, oh my goodness, I can't wait for Black Widow. Her and my girl, Florence.
I was going to say Yelena, and I was like, oh, you mean
Florence? Florence. Yes, man. I can't wait for both of them to be in those Black Widow outfits or whatever.
It's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the last one I had, one of my favorites, is also, I did mention, so other ones I love. So when it comes to Spider-Man movies, as far as couples concerned, and it's hard to judge Tom Holland and Zendaya because I haven't seen enough of them really until this last movie. Okay. But you may hate the last movie that these two were in, but
they were dating, weren't they? They were dating,
yes,
right?
They were dating. But some people date and have awful chemistry on screen. I think Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise in Eyes Wide Shut, for example. Not
hold on. I gotta remove this guy. I'll take care of this one, Shonda Sook.
Oh, okay.
I got this. Make sure I'm using the right one. Good Lord. I mean, is it edgy to try to use that word these days? Come on, man. Grow up. Go ahead.
Okay, anyways. But yeah, for me, the relationship between Andrew Garfield's Peter and Emma Stone's Gwen right there, if it wasn't for that relationship, I probably wouldn't even watch the second movie as much as I have.
Yeah. I really liked them together a lot. And I guess that wasn't really acting. Somebody also said that.
If it's not really acting. I mean, maybe it isn't acting, but there are some people who just aren't really good together on screen, but they are real life couples and they're real couples in real life. I mean, I was thinking of Brad and Angelina, but they were really good at Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and that's the whole reason.
I was going to say, yeah, man. They were awesome together. What's up, Philip? You just had to come in here. It's not edgy. All I said was Paul Rudd. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I had to take over, man. I know you guys can't remove people, so I took care of that one. That shit doesn't fly by me. All right, Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis in Black Swan. Perfect. I love that movie.
Oh, beautiful movie. Woo! Psychological trip, but wow. Yeah. Yes. And James said the MCU version of Captain America and Peggy Carter was a great romance. They were, and it was a shame we didn't see more of it.
So cute.
They were so cute together, and it was really a shame that we didn't get to see more of them together.
You would have been mad if he had hooked up with what's her name, right, Sharon?
Oh, I'm so glad that he really didn't. Well, I mean, he did kind of, but I'm glad that kind of ended. I'm glad that. Yeah.
You think her and Bucky are going to get together?
Maybe. Who knows?
or Sam, my boy Sam, Ryan and Blake and Green Lantern. Nothing could have saved that movie, Matt. Nothing could have saved that movie.
See, there we go. A couple who was in a movie together, and
no. That wasn't their fault. Oh my god, that movie was a mess. Yes, 100% Nocturne, Perfect Blue over Black Swan all day, every day. Absolutely, man. Garfield and Lasagna, nice. 94 watching and only 34 likes. Click that button. Thank you so much,
guys.
Thank you. Click that like button. Stardust. Yes, Matthew. Welcome to the talk, man. Because Amanda and I were talking about that.
There they are.
She was ready.
Yeah, Tristan and Yvain. They're two of my favorites. Charlie Cox, man, with that hair, and Claire Danes. Oh, it's a wonderful.
From my so-called life, Claire Danes. Everybody.
Yes. Favorite film, just a joy to watch. Michelle Pfeiffer is excellent in it. Robert De Niro's excellent in it. It just has a great cast.
De Niro's character is so not like a De Niro character.
I know.
He's so awesome.
Great. But these two together, just their chemistry was off the charts. It really made it that much, more heartbreaking when certain events happen in the film, where you think that they're not going to end up being together. So yes, I agree. One of the best sci-fi fantasy movie couples that we could see.
All right, hold on. Where is it? All right. Happy and Aunt May.
May.
No way. No way.
What's
No
that
way.
involved? And they're getting married in Spider-Man No Way Home, which we will talk about here shortly.
Look, Leo, listen to me. Stardust is wrote by Neil Gaiman, who wrote Princess Mononoke. No, Leo. He didn't write Leo. Princess Mononoke. He did the English adaptation of Princess Mononoke. So remember that. Wasn't Ryan Reynolds? Hey, what's up, Maya? Wasn't Ryan Reynolds married to Scarlett Johansson when the movie came out?
I don't think they weren't married. Him and Blake weren't married. I think, or was he with? When was he with Alanis Morissette?
This is all you, dude. I have no idea.
Oh well, yeah, it's me and Johansson.
It's you and Bill Hansen?
No.
They were friends, is what Hall 230.
Yeah, I thought they were yeah, because him and Blake began their love story on Green Lantern. That's how they met. So I don't think him and Scarlett Johansson were oh no, they were. They weren't romantically involved. She was still dating Penn Badgley. That guy. Oh, he was from Easy A.
Hey, there's a movie I haven't seen. Omar, here's one for you. Oh, the characters from Curl. Yes, 1983. Absolutely. That's a good one, man. Conan and his sword. How about Guts and his sword? Light and Ryuk from Death Note? No. Conan O'Brien and Andy Richter. But Conan the Barbarian and Andy Richter, even better.
Even better.
Let's see. Conan and Andy for sure. Oh, yes. Kaishi and Beldandy. Absolutely. I love Oh My Goddess. Thank you so much.
I don't know who they are.
It's a romantic teen movie. No, I'm just kidding. It's
romantic teen.
It's an anime. Loki and the Tesseract. He died for the Tesseract, man.
I love that thing so much.
The sword and the stone. Now y'all getting silly. Jennifer Garner.
This is silly, Jennifer Garner.
Wait a minute. No. I mean, no. we watched that and it was really that bad.
Yes, we did. And it really was that bad.
Tenchi and everyone from yes, all day, every day. I take Ryoko on Monday. I take Ayaka on a Tuesday. Mihoshi on a Wednesday. Who's the girl with the green hair? Oh my gosh, can't remember. Sasami's way too young. That ain't. Nope. Ain't gonna cancel me. Oh my gosh, who's the green haired girl? Oh, Washu. I'll take Washu too.
You're looking at me like I know.
I know you don't know. I know you. Yeah. Don't know. Booster Gold and Melanie and I made that joke about like relationships. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle together though. Amanda's people paid overtime. That's a good.
Now y'all get silly. Okay, so as far as like relationships too, I was thinking about this that I didn't initially agree with. For example, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the kids TV series. Avatar Aang ending up with Qatar at the end when I think Qatar should have ended up with.
Did you say Avatar?
Avatar.
That's Aang. Not the character. Oh, okay. I thought you
Avatar Aang Avatar. When he ends up, he's like, it's okay. So yeah, I know I said Avatar Aang, like he's all professional. Yeah. So Avatar Aang and Qatar. I don't think necessarily she should end up with Aang. I get it that he had a little crush on her, but her and my boy Zuko.
Yep.
Zuko.
That's Zoku and Zuko.
I think the relationship was built on a little bit more than just a crush. I would have liked to see that more.
And Katara.
Yes, it was very forced. I agree, Michael. I prefer her as Zuko and even
Valerian. Now, Loreline, you're talking about the comics, right? Because that movie, those two characters had no chemistry together. And Big Barda and Scott Free. Yep. Melanie and I mentioned. Oh, dude. Okay. Y'all are hitting me right here with the anime. First of all, I grew up with Robotech, so for me, it was always Rick Hunter and Lisa Hayes. But I'm with you. Hikaru and Misa, same characters.
Yep.
Oh, definitely ship Zuko and Katara.
That's right, Jesus. Yes, Zuko and Katara for sure. Now, I will agree that Sokka and Suki was a great relationship in the series. I enjoyed that very much.
Alpha and the Seal. Do you know where that's from, Amanda?
No.
It's from a classic comic book cover. This one here.
Oh God.
Now, according to Fabian Nicieza, who was the editor at the time, he told me that Alf doesn't even have a penis. So that is
So
not
what are they
consent.
doing? What are they supposed to be doing? Wrestling?
Wrestling. And
Mm,
that is not consent. That's not what it looks like.
that's not consent. That's not
No,
even
no.
wrestling.
That's Nucky Thompson. Oh no! Oh, dude, are you still watching Boardwalk Empire? Leo, dude, remember when I made Leo mad when I said
feel
it
like
went downhill?
we're getting outside of the sci-fi fantasy realm because now I see Rihanna and Chris Brown, Sugar Man. That's dirty.
That is messed up, dude. No. All right, Amanda. What's the next?
Yes.
Where we're going with comic book news next? Is that what we're doing next?
Yes, I think we have sufficiently, now that we're getting way outside of the sci-fi fantasy TV movie couples, I think it's time we move on to what we really want to talk about.
What do we really want to talk about?
Which is what I'm going to share on the screen right now. Can I share?
Everybody get ready. Yeah. What are you guys sharing? Make sure you share the right video. You don't want to embarrass yourself. Sugar Man and Punisher by Greg Rucka. Yes.
This is what I want to show. The only thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, you can make that full screen there, Amanda. I don't know if you know technology or not. This is the worst trailer ever. Like, this is the worst trailer ever. I was expecting a semi-trailer, and I got this. Can we pause this for a second? Wait, I wanted to see the whiteboard. Go back to the whiteboard, Amanda. You have control because you're sharing it.
Okay, right. Replay.
No, I don't want to watch the whole thing. I just want to see the whiteboard. Pause that thing. All right. Can we talk about how... Is there a home wrecker in here? Homesick? A lot of these were jokes.
Work from home. A lot of these have been jokes that people have.
Home Worlds, which was kind of a big spoiler that went out a few weeks ago, but hey, turns out not to be true. Homemade.
Stay home, hard pass. Zooming home, please stop. Homeschooled, close to home. Home alone. That was another one that people made jokes. No place like home. Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Homeschooled was vetoed by Aunt May. We're already there. Want to go home? Why do they want to go home? We're already there. What does that mean? You know what this feels like, everybody? For those people that have read comic books, this feels like Rip Hunter's whiteboard at the very end of the New 52 issue 52, where it's deciphering all these clues as to what's coming next. This is what we're doing. We're over-analyzing. Just remember that little light that me and you over-analyzed from the Zuko, it was the Russo brothers, right? And it turned out to be Iron Man's thing. And you were like, they're in heaven. No, wait. What is? It was so fun just to overanalyze.
We way overanalyze that stuff. But yeah. So obviously the big news for at least Spider-Man fans, they officially announced the title of Spider-Man 3, which is No Way Home, which was preceded by several Instagram posts by Tom Holland and Zendaya and Jacob Batalon, who also, Great Garlo. He lost a lot of weight during the quarantine. He's gearing up for his Hobgoblin role, guys. That's all I can say.
She's already spreading rumors and making fanfics. Did Amanda enjoy the Tom Holland interview? Yeah, so much so that she sent it to me. And I said, I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't wear a full suit when announcing things. If Gwen Stacy's in this film, does it mean Tom Holland goes to Sonyverse between ASM 1 and 2? Wow, interesting theory.
He has shut down the rumors, and he's done a lot of obviously press for Cherry, which comes out on Apple TV Plus here beginning of March. So if anyone wants to see that, I highly recommend you see it. But while he was doing press, he talked about this. He talked about Uncharted, which we'll kind of talk about too. He also talked about his contract ending after this movie. So that'll be very interesting to see what happens from there, knowing that his contract will be up after No Way Home. And I guess he's going to he wants to play Spider-Man again, but at this point, he's kind of like a free agent.
I don't know how often
he's not a kid.
That Shonda always has to remind you.
He's not a child. He's only a child on screen. Wait, Jesus. Hoist a random thing on the whiteboard. It's
Mephisto. Yes. It's like everybody in Wonderverse. This is a multiverse movie for sure. Right now, we really don't know. Right now, it's everything speculation, and we want to assume that, of course, it is based on the title of the third Doctor Strange movie.
And what's happening with Wanda. Yeah.
I really love the fact that he's like shutting down all these rumors, knowing damn well this kid knows everything, right? I just want to be surprised. I want to be surprised.
Me
And
too.
and I swear to God, I will kill you, Amanda, if you ruin anything for this. If you're
I
a week
won't
before
ruin
we go see
it.
this movie. Oh, and then you notice the other interesting thing is that they're like theaters Christmas Day. In theaters Christmas Day. No talk of streaming, nothing like that. Unlike WB and Panasonic, or is it Paramount, that has like said it'll be 45 days on screen and then
We're going to talk
streaming.
about that too. And now, yeah, we are going to talk about that because that's another big announcement. But it is like talk. This is what I wanted to bring up too in relation to Marvel movies because we still have the Black Widow bet going. So now theaters will open at 25% capacity in March in New York City. A lot of places started to open their theaters. We already know our theaters are open now. When big areas, when big markets like New York City, Los Angeles, that start to open up, I can see Disney holding out and not throwing things immediately on streaming. Maybe they'll go the Paramount Plus route. So for those of you who are not familiar with what we're talking about, the Paramount Plus thing, I know we're getting away from Paramount 3, but it all kind of has to do with it because it's all about where are we going to see these movies when they come out. So Viacom CBS had their Investors Day, announced a lot of stuff. All of it had to do with Paramount Plus. That's their streaming service, which is basically was CBS All Access. They're just renaming it. Coming out, launching on March 4th is when this is. If anyone wants to get another streaming service. And one of the big things they did is they're talking about their movies. So they have a slate of movies. We know Top Gun Maverick, Mission Impossible 7, This Second Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Clifford the Big Red Dog. All these movies are coming out theatrically.
Oh, what? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I know. It's like a Paw Patrol movie. I know you're excited about that.
No, I'm not. Didn't we cancel Paw Patrol? I can't keep up with what's canceled or not. All right. What's next?
So what they've said, so instead of the extended period of time between when it comes out theatrically and when it's released on a streaming service, they have now loaded to 45 days. So it's basically about a month and a half out from when it's released in theaters. That is a lot shorter time frame. They're not going the route of Warner Brothers. They're not pissing everyone off, saying it's going to be automatically on the streaming service for this many days while it's also in theaters. So they're trying a different route. So that's what Paramount's doing.
Okay. So we're watching Black Widow on your couch is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that now with bigger markets that are opening back
Are you no, you will.
We're not watching Black Widow. It will be
you will make me drive to New York to go see it in a movie theater if you have to.
Wait, no, we can see movies now that are in theaters.
Dude, there's movies in.
You want to see Crude's New Age 2?
You don't know. You don't ask me.
I don't want to see it, but we could go see it at one of our theaters here in Kentucky.
Wait a second, Chris. Give us a second. This is the segment. This is part of the show where her and I argue
about things.
Like nobody's here. Sorry about that. We do that a lot. I just drove by there. There ain't no damn theater open, dude.
Okay, so Chris asked a good question. What's on Paramount Plus? So Paramount Plus is a property of Viacom CBS. So you're going to get stuff like CBS shows. You're going to get NFL. They're going to have live NFL games, sports, things like that. You're also going to get a lot of your Paramount movies, like the Mission Impossible movies, for example. Okay. Or that's the biggest one I can think of off the top of my head. Nickelodeon is also a part of Paramount as well. MTV is also part of Paramount as well. So you'll get a lot of MTV there. I know they're doing a lot of more MTV related shows, a lot of more. I think they're going to do some specials on Real World, Road Rules.
They bring back My So-Called Life. I'm in.
Maybe. One of the big things they've announced is that the co-creators of Avatar, The Last Airbender, have announced is that they are going to be. I'm not paid. I'm pitching any of this. I'm just letting you all know what's out there. The co-creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender announced that they have made a deal with Paramount that they've created Avatar Studios, so they are going to be releasing animated films and movies or TV shows related to the Avatar universe on Paramount Plus. This is separate from the Netflix live act that we've all been talking about because they actually left that project.
Yeah, I saw that.
Creative differences. Basically, they lost control of the project, and
M. Night Shyamalan came in and said, "Let me take it over." I got that.
And now I'm never going to watch that live action thing on Netflix ever. But so that's also something that's coming out on Paramount Plus as well. So this is just another streaming service with the Viacom CBS properties. Different from what we
okay. And this is what Aaron's saying, the same thing you were telling me earlier. it's rebranding out of the ashes of CBS All Access rights as
Yes.
Paramount
So they're just
Plus.
going to
Gotcha.
take the name off. They're going
More
to have
important, this is a good question. How much is it?
so with ads, you're starting out at $4.99 a month.
With ads? No.
And then without ads, it's $9.99 a month.
Yeah, man, that's like Hulu prices, right? Dude, if Amanda could like summon a whiteboard and like start doing graphs like we like, she would. But I didn't give her access to the whiteboard. By the way, at this moment, I just want to let everybody know, all 97 of y'all watching, hit that like button, please.
Hit that like
Does
button.
help with the YouTube algorithm and helps outweigh all those haters that had to create separate accounts to come in here and try to say some crap and leave a dislike. But that's okay. I'll take care of those later. These streaming services are scalping the hell out of us. Dude, we're really going back to, remember, we did an episode 2 years ago where you and I were like, we're going to go back to cable prices. As soon as I remember you telling me about Disney Plus, I was like, oh, yeah, you got Disney Plus, you got Netflix, and then you were telling me about another one that was right around the corner at the time. Maybe it was Peacock, and I was like,
Peacock,
okay.
probably NBC, and then you get HBO Max.
Maybe we did like I can't remember if we did a graph, but we were like, okay, you add that in there. Now you're like paying $50, $60 a month, which is kind of like what the prices we were paying with cable. So
Hazy said he'd sign up if they give more Picard. Picard was great. But speaking of Picard and Star Trek, something they are going to be giving you are animated Star Trek series. So you know how in the Star Wars universe we have animated Star Wars series like Clone Wars, etc. Well, now you'll get some animated Star Trek series, I guess, expanding the Star Trek universe and different animated series related to the Star Trek universe. So get excited for that. If you didn't think you wanted that, you're getting it now.
I bet you didn't know you even needed it until Amanda said that.
Yep, streaming is still.
That is true, Chris. You're not locked in the and you can borrow
always cancel and come back.
And you can borrow your cousin's account. Like, hey, Amanda, can you give me that Paramount Plus access? You know, pa tu primo, por favor. Next time you announce what's coming up on the channel, Amanda has to channel her inner Feige. Yeah, I bet she could. I bet she could.
I bet I could.
I have an antenna, TV, and countless streaming services. That's what's up.
Amazing.
Oh, Disney's going up in price? I didn't hear about that.
I hope I don't see that. I hope I don't see that.
Look that up. What's that price there, Amanda?
Hold on.
Unless Dream Eater knows. They did the animated Star Trek 4th season. Yeah, I remember that. I used to watch that. I watched the reruns on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yes. It will be
actually
by $1. So it'll be, yeah.
$8. At least it was better than when like Netflix went. Remember that time Netflix was we're going up by $5 and they got so much hate for that. Okay. Yeah. Netflix prices just went up.
Gosh. I use my mom, so
yeah, we'll get that discount code for Near Mint Con.
Yeah, for Paramount Plus.
We'll get them to sponsor us. We're going to blow them up, man. We got 91 people watching. They're going to all sign up, and I'll make some fake accounts. I'll get with that dude that was making fake accounts earlier to sign up for more. I'm still prepaid on Disney Plus. Oh, that was something that people were doing. People were paying ahead for like 2 years, I think. So that's really cool. Gives you that option. Netflix used to be $7.99. So I saw that in outside of the United States, Disney Plus starting adding Fox shows like Family Guy and a couple of other shows.
Star add-on.
Yeah, we have Hulu here, so we don't get that here in America.
Exactly. But it is on Hulu, so yes.
Ipsy still uses Ipsy's mom's account.
You me both.
Oh, you got a third for years. $79.99 yearly. I'm waiting for the end of February to lock in yearly. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I'll need to get my brother on that since I'm borrowing his. But I did get YouTube Red for him, so we traded. Get that Disney bundle now with Hulu and ESPN. My brother has it for free he has HBO Max for free with like I think his phone service. I can't remember who it is. But yes, this is something else we were going to talk about was the teaser for Jupiter's Legacy, which is Mark Miller, Phil Quitely's comic book, and they're making a Netflix adaptation of it. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I know
you didn't realize until they've already started filming it. So
I know that you're a fan of the Kingsman. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I love Kingsman.
What's the one with the curving bullets? Oh my gosh, what is it? Chris Pratt was in it.
Wanted.
Wanted, yeah.
Wanted. Yeah, Chris Pratt wasn't it. He punched him in the face. I was like, Chris Pratt? Yeah, he did. He gets punched in the face. Yeah,
What's
Wanted.
going on, Kyle Davis? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Kyle.
I'm locked into QB for the. Is that
You're,
no?
Quibi?
Shut up. Nobody.
No, Michael,
Nobody
how
has
did you
that.
lock? I didn't even think Quibi's still around. Get your money back, buddy.
He's wrong. He's wrong. He's wrong.
He's wrong about that. Yeah. So, but
Wanted.
that's kind of Paramount
Thanks,
Plus news. So a lot of stuff happening on that side of the streaming service. Let's get back to Marvel.
To all the love, to all the boys I love.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But let's get back to Marvel because there's obviously a lot of news. It's been a lot announced. I guess everyone's having these investors.
Oh, thanks, Matthew. I'm tired of all these streaming services. Can we just get 24/7 NMC live? Man, we'd have to like play tag like on wrestling, right? Like I'm out, Amanda. I can't do no more. Then she has to get in at like 2:00 in the morning, and then I jump back in at about 10 or 11.
Yeah,
that's how we do. Someone, no, do not believe anything that comes out of Michael Edmonds' mouth.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what's going on in Marvel?
So besides the fact that we have an official Spider-Man name, which is great, title, awesome, wonderful. They also announced all the dates of these shows that are premiering, right? So
all right, talk to us.
So Falcon and the Winter Soldier is for sure premiering March 19th.
Week of my birthday, baby. That's week of my birthday. Yeah. We doing it live. We're doing it live.
Let's see. They also have Loki is June 11th. And then I didn't realize it was a Turner and Hooch movie. That's about it. That's all we have so far.
Turner and Hooch has nothing to do with Marvel Comics. What about what if and Miss Marvel? And
they don't have release dates, at least not these dates. So the dates. So these are the things that Disney has announced as far as what's coming up that has official dates. The Mighty Ducks Game Changers, which looks awesome, and I'm so glad Emilio Estevez is back.
That's not a Marvel movie.
Comes out March 26th, so I'm gonna have a lot to watch on Disney Plus. Big Shot is coming out April 16th. It's about a hot-headed men's basketball coach who takes a job at an all-girls high school.
Who's in it? For some reason, I saw Kevin Hart when you said Big Shot. Who's in it?
John Stamos. Nope.
John Stamos.
Yeah.
All
we got Star Wars: The Bad Batch on May 4th. High School Musical: The Musical Series Season 2. Yes. May 14th. Love those guys and all that backdoor drama with Olivia Rodrigo and that kid with the curly hair.
Wait a minute. Backdoor drama. What's happening in that show? Maybe I need to watch it.
I don't know. She was dating, I think his name's Josh, the other lead, Bassett. Yeah. And then
I think that joke went over your head.
Okay. Loki then comes out. There's Zenimation Season 2 comes out June 11th. The Mysterious Benedict Society comes out June 25th. Placed undercover at a boarding school known as the Institute, a group of orphans must foil a nefarious plot with global ramifications while creating a new sort of family along the way.
Pass.
Yep. Tony Hale's in the titular role. And we all know Tony Hale from the Arrested Development. Yes. Mm-hmm. And Veep. Monsters at Work, July 2nd. So that's an animated series. Backdoor drama.
I think I'm totally missing what that really is. All right.
A Turner and Hooch show coming out July 16th, which I do not think that Tom Hanks is going to be. Oh no, Josh Peck is playing Scott Turner, the son of Detective Scott Turner, which was
who's Josh Peck? That sounds familiar. Who's that guy?
Well, I can find out for you.
I could have done that. I thought you knew this guy.
Josh Peck. Oh, from Drake and Josh. That Josh Peck. Drake and Josh Peck. Okay.
Still don't know who that is. Okay, I don't even know who the hell Drake and Josh is.
If you don't know what Drake and Josh is,
I don't know who it is.
It was a show on Nickelodeon. Was it Nickelodeon or Disney? Anyways, it was a Nickelodeon show. Drake and Josh. You're right. Yes.
Drake and Josh, not Frank and Josh. That's a different show.
Drake and Josh. And let's see, Chip and Dale Park Life, July 23rd.
Is that live action?
No, it's not. There's going to be 36 7-minute episodes directed by Gene Carroll, produced by Mark de Pontevice.
Ooh, look at you saying that Italian name.
So that's pretty much what's coming out.
That's too young for Omar. That's way too young.
Keep in mind, if you notice, they only go until about July. So What If, it looks like What If, anything else is probably going to be our fall slate. They'll probably be announcing those somewhere around the end of the second quarter. They'll probably start announcing that stuff. So wait for that, and we'll get the announcements of those.
Hey, what do you mean way after Omar? I ain't that old, man. And I was like, Emilio, I first saw him in Outsiders. That's right, man. Repo Man. I loved Repo Man. Mighty Ducks seemed off-brand. It did, but he was getting older, and he was, I loved him in Young Guns. Young Guns and Young Guns 2. Oh, this is very important because I really, really liked the first season of Stargirl. Yeah. Do we have a date for the second season?
Right now, it's
thank you, Derek.
Not have a specific date yet. Right now, it's expected spring or summer of 2021, but no release date. They just when they released their list of January, February 2021 premiere dates, they didn't have a specific date set for Stargirl season 2. So right now, it's a tentative date of April 1, but they don't have.
April 1st is not a good day to start your show.
Yeah, not a good day to start.
No, just saying. Everybody will think it's a hoax. I'm excited for that. What about Swamp Thing? Is that officially coming into the CW? Is it going into HBO? And has Doom Patrol been picked up for a third season? Because I love that show, and nobody talks about that show.
So as far as Swamp Thing is concerned, I believe it has a possible future, but they haven't said yes or no on that.
Who's they?
The producers and CW boss on the character's possible future. So,
dude, somebody else was telling me that I need to watch Superman and Lois. That it's like true to the character of Superman than any of the recent Zack Snyder stuff. Like, so I may pick it up. Oh, Doom Patrol was picked up. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I was fairly certain it was, but whether or not we have an official release date yet.
So I remember Amanda was telling me about the new Constantine show.
Yes, which is not going to have the guy from the CW show in it.
Nor Keanu Reeves.
Last week, I believe, right? Or definitely not Keanu Reeves.
Why? He's writing a comic book. He's not too good to show up on a TV show.
I know. He's not. I mean, if he could be in that Always Maybe Netflix romantic comedy, he'll be in anything. I was just saying.
Are we having a who's older bet? Like, I'm older than Omar. No. I mean, I know of Dawson's Creek. I know he's got blonde hair, and I know that chick ended up marrying Tom Cruise, and she joined the alien people. What is that? Dianetics? Ron Hubbard? Scientology, right? I know of it, but that's all I really know. Oh, and what's her name that was married to...
Katie she was married to a Scientologist also.
No. The girl that was married to... Oh, man. He passed away. Young actor. I know you probably had a crush on him growing up. He played the Joker?
Heath Ledger. Oh,
Heath
Michelle.
Ledger.
You're not talking. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah.
Talk about. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Sometimes these things just come out of my mouth, and yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, Michelle Adams. Am I right? Michelle Adams? No, that's not it. No, never mind. Forget it. Heath Ledger. Thank you, guys. Michelle Williams. Thank you.
Williams.
I love that. There's a little bit of a lag in between us and the chat, so you guys are like, how did you just come up with that?
That's the end of this Dawson meme. That's why he's all crying. Why did he pay me?
Michelle Obama. That's it. That was it.
I'm just going to keep that up there.
There's an amazing Easter egg in Superman and Lois, but I won't say anything to you. You have to experience it for yourself. Okay. Is this a CW show? Are you guys tricking me into watching a CW show?
It is a CW show.
We've talked about this, guys.
Came originally from this Supergirl. Like, the characters originally came from that TV show. So,
all right. I may watch it because I did like Stargirl, but that wasn't CW, was it? That was DC. Wasn't DC Universe app?
No, it was on.
Oh, it's a CW HBO Max show. Okay.
Weird, hyper. Yes.
Can I watch it? Can I watch Superman and Lois on the HBO Max account? I got tricked into a rom-com month. Come on now, dude.
And we all learned how
I'm always watching rom-coms. That's my secret, man.
It's so true.
It's a CW show, and it was still good. Okay, I'll give it a shot, guys. Then Amanda and I can come and talk about it. Wait, what are we doing next month, Amanda? That's my birthday month.
That's
Are
a
you leaving?
great question.
Are you leaving the show for a month? Is that how you're
No,
treating?
I'm not
Is that
leaving
what
the
we're
show
doing?
for a month, but we'll have to think of some ways to incorporate things you enjoy into this.
I enjoy a lot. I enjoy a lot that you don't.
Clearly, our Fridays will be taken up by Marvel.
I'm good with that.
I do have a poll for tonight that I wanted everyone to participate in if they wanted to.
Oh yeah, what are you getting me for my birthday? That kind of poll?
No, not that poll. So they recently discussed or talked to Kevin Feige, they had asked about would any Marvel TV characters like from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or from the Netflix shows show up in the MCU? And basically he said that he won't rule out the possibility of them showing up. So with that said, I thought it'd be fun to find out for you guys, and I have a poll right here, which characters, and I'm putting in the chat right now, would you like to see from the Marvel TV universes? So it could be the Netflix ones, the Daredevil, the Jessica Jones, the Iron Fist, if you will, or the ABC shows, Hulu shows, Runaways, or Cloak and Dagger, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Are there any specific characters you really want to see in the MCU? So there's the link for the poll if you guys want to go there.
Please don't add Alf. You should never leave it for other. Never, ever with these people.
No, I gave the other because I want to see what you'll say. I didn't know if I got all of the right, all the characters down. There's a lot, so.
Okay, yeah. It looks like people are voting for Daredevil. And then as far as other, Alf. Before I told you.
Here, I'm going to share my screen as we look at the
live.
Yes. I just want to see
Jessica Jones and She-Hulk would be pretty interesting. Daredevil and
all right, so everyone can kind of see. So right now, Daredevil's leading. I think everyone wants to see Daredevil in the MCU, particularly in the Spider-Man movie.
In case you didn't see the poll, Amanda typed it up earlier. Can you share it again one more time, Amanda, in the chat?
One more time. Lovely. It's the last thing I clicked.
There you go.
I love that. It looks like Laura Jean Covey is kissing the poll results in our background.
Yeah. Kissing. That's exactly the word I was going to use to describe that.
Was that the word you're going for?
That's what I was going for. All right, where we at? Daredevil's at 50%. What's winning? Alf and Batman.
Raphael said that if Kingpin doesn't win, he's going to quit the YouTube channel. Don't do that.
Wait, you're quitting my YouTube channel? Why you quit my YouTube channel, man? Kingpin. Oh, Kingpin would be good, though.
Yep.
Kingpin would be good.
Yeah, Kingpin's getting there.
I love that you threw Quake in there. Like, who's voting for Quake?
I don't know. Someone did. Anyone? No one voted for Quake.
Nobody's gonna vote for Quake.
How did 2 people vote for Iron Fist, guys? What is that?
Yeah, that guy was the worst. What's going on? I see some love for the Runaway Kids, though. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Cloak and Dagger ain't getting no love. Nobody remembers that
Cloak and
show.
Dagger like ain't love either.
That's a done deal. That's done. Runaway Kids, I like that.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, they were pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it. It would have been better if it wasn't on the Hulu.
Omar as a watcher, what does that mean? Oh, you're not seeing this live. At the very bottom, if you or is this live? Is this live? How does this work?
I'm just hitting the refresh button.
That's what I meant. Yeah. If you hit the refresh button.
Yeah.
And Love Actually. Are we talking about Love Actually? Because I'll talk about Love Actually. As a dude.
No, we're not talking about Love Actually.
Crazy Stupid Love, Away We Go, Mr. Right, and The Ugly Truth. Those are solid, man. Hey, Amanda, have you thought about making an OnlyFans? I haven't seen this guy post in so long, and you summoned him. That was your #1 fan for a long time, man.
No. Yeah, no. I've not thought about that.
Sugar man. You didn't put the Punisher.
Oh, I didn't put the Punisher. Did someone add him? Nope. Someone said the Ghost Rider, though.
Someone added Sugar Man. You gotta add the Punisher.
Just add the Punisher there, Sugar Man, because I didn't forget. For some reason I remembered Quake, but I forgot the Punisher.
You remembered Quake and Cloak and freaking Dagger.
No.
The worst.
Raphael said, "Is there any other actor who could play Daredevil's Kingpin? There can't be only one. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's fabulous as a Kingpin. I would love to see his iteration in the live action MCU movies.
He also played Thor. Anybody?
Arya said, "Ooh, Nick Cage, Ghost Rider."
Anybody? Thor?
Oh, now people are putting the Punisher. There we go. Yes, write it in because I completely forgot about that.
I can't believe you left out the
right. But yeah, so we're gonna be posting the poll on our social media pages and everything like that, so that you guys and anyone else who's not live with us and watching this on playback can go ahead and still vote, and then we'll announce the results next Wednesday to kind of give you an idea of what everyone wants. And please, obviously, I forgot the Punisher, so if you really want John Barenthal's version of the Punisher back in there, put it in there. Ooh, the Mary Jane's live at Coachella. That is one that's been added.
What the hell?
I don't know. I'm going to answer Leo. So he said,
No. Wait. Before we go to Leo, that's right. Adventures in Babysitting is where he played Thor. Good job. Right, I'm so glad that you all got that joke.
Oh gosh, that was such a long time ago. But yes. That's awesome. But Leo said, I hoped Curse gets a second season, and please Netflix don't cancel that show. They might cancel it. Let's face it. I've read the book, Frank Miller book. It's actually like novel with his drawings. And it was a good novel. It's like an alternate take on
it's called a comic book. What are we
talking about? It's not a comic book. No, it's a novel with some drawings in it. It's a novel with some drawings. It's like a legit novel. It's very thick.
To be honest, we all forgot about the Inhumans. I mean, let's be fair.
Omar, no, it's a novel. It's a novel.
Oh, Cursed? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a novel.
I remember when you picked that up.
And it's a different take on the Lady in the Lake and King Arthur and stuff. I was not a fan of the TV series, Leo. I'm sorry. I love the book, but the girl they casted who played the older version of Morgan Stark in Avengers Endgame, they never actually showed her on screen. Just casted her. I don't like her in that role. I didn't really enjoy that. Was not to me, I did not like that show.
And speaking of recasting, I am so pissed that they recasted Stature. Like, with that actress remember we saw Pokemon?
Oh, yes, the girl from Pokemon. Yes, and I agree.
She's cute, but man, she was not that good.
No, she was not. It's a darn shame.
I blocked out Iron Fist. We all should. I fell asleep watching one episode and I was done.
I did forget the Inhumans, Raphael. See, this is why I put Paul up there.
I highlighted that and I said everyone should forget the Inhumans. Okay, Punisher's tied with Alf. What is wrong with the world, right? What's wrong with people? Why is it tied with the Punisher? I'm the only person that liked Iron. Oh, that's awesome, man! As long as you liked it, that's all that matters. But nope, I did like the girl that played. Who was it? She was in Game of Thrones.
I barely watched that show. I tried really hard, and it was very hard.
Oh, what's her name? Colleen Wigg. Yeah, I liked her character. Yeah.
But anyway, so for those who have not been a part of the live, we will be posting on social media, so you can keep voting. It's not over just because I stopped sharing the screen.
It's over.
Voting is still open, so keep doing it. And then next Wednesday we'll announce the results. But one of the last things that I kind of wanted to talk about, because Tom Holland is everywhere right now, is so when he was doing interviews, we all know he's doing the Uncharted movie, or he just finished filming that Uncharted movie, and he's playing Nathan Drake. So they asked him about the Uncharted movie, and basically he kind of gave us this idea that
we're talking about Tom Holland again.
Yeah, it's not going to be. It's going to be a movie that everyone can love, not just those who played the video game. And this is something he said that's very interesting. When you watch a video game film, if you're a fan of the games, I often wonder why would you watch the film, because it's less immersive. That's a very true fact. Train of thought. Also, Paramount Plus. We're also getting a Halo TV show on Paramount Plus from the Halo.
That would have been cool 20 years ago.
Yeah, but I know, right?
So, I mean, I don't know about now. Yes,
So
Nolan North is the only Nathan Drake. That's right, man.
so he's like, you can go and be that character. Why would I just want to watch that character? So he says that the movie finds the answer to that question. So he says, we're telling the prequel story. I knew it was going to be a prequel of how the character Nathan Drake became this worldwide known character. So the fans that love the games, they're getting an aspect of the story they haven't seen before. The people that haven't played the games are getting a really nice introduction to a character. So it works for everyone. So that is basically what we can expect of the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland. It is going to be for sure a prequel of how Nathan Drake becomes Nathan Drake later on. And maybe Mark Wahlberg is going to play a future adult Nathan Drake when they do a flash forward. I don't know.
Wait, Mark Wahlberg's in this?
I think he's still in it, yes. Originally, he was slated to be Nathan Drake, but this thing has been in production for development for ages.
I'm so Wahlberged out, man. He's okay.
A lot of people have been out, yeah. So that's kind of one of my last bits of news to share.
Man, did y'all not hear Amanda's? Like, she went off when everybody was saying that. She's like, he's too old. That's where the whole thing started going with Amanda saying that he's almost dead. He's dead.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, stuff. It was pretty funny. I told my mom how amazing you are. Look at that.
Thank you, Undisputed.
That's really pretty. What'd you tell your mom about me, man? What'd you tell your mom about me? That's what I want to know.
But yeah, so that's all the news that I wanted to share with you guys today. So Omar, do you have anything else that you wanted to share for today?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch To All the Boys.
P.S. I Love You.
P.S. I Love You, whatever it's called. Sometime this week. I got a lot of editing to do tomorrow, so I got a busy day. But I'll probably watch it sometime this week for sure. Yeah.
There you go. Well, before we go though, I do want to remind you guys we are doing a different time for for Friday because Omar has Matt My Ex. So we're doing it.
Thank you.
We're doing it at 7, not at 8. So when we do our WandaVision review for episode 8, which I'm super excited for, it will be this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because Omar has Matt My Ex.
Yes.
And it'll be a tight schedule. A tight schedule.
It'll be the last time I do it. From now on, I'm blocking out the 8 p.m. Friday nights for whatever Marvel show or whatever show we decide to review.
And it seems like we're just going to segue into one right after the other because this will end.
Well, I mean, and we still have to talk about like things like Zack Snyder's
Justice League that's coming out into March. Mm-hmm.
Is it end of March? I thought it was like
that. Speaking of which, who liked that Jesus like picture of the Joker that they had posted?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm going in with an open mind, so we'll see.
Me too.
Yeah. Yep. So, with that being said, Amanda, was that your way of wrapping up? I'm sorry, because
that was my yes. And then and for March, we'll be coming out the schedule, of course, of what we'll be talking about, so you guys can keep up to date with what we're going to be talking about each Wednesday, because obviously we are keeping the format where we kind of have like a topic, but then we end the night with some of the most recent news that week in movies and TV.
And if we decide to watch a movie, then we'll let you all know ahead of time. So I'll come up with some ideas by Friday. How about that? And then Friday evening we will announce our schedule, and then Amanda can put it on our social media for everybody to watch.
Seeing that he's giving me a deadline on air, so he has to make it.
That's right. My So-Called Life, a prequel to Zack Snyder cut. I told my mom you were my dad, Omar. It started
Wow. Well, things just got super awkward real bad.
Yeah. What's your mom look like? All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
If you all have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I know that this lady gets to them eventually, and then I do as well from time to time. Yes, is the show done? Just got here. Did you all talk about Superman? No, we didn't. And that's one of my things. Go ahead, Amanda.
No, I'll say we haven't, Isaiah, because neither one of us have watched it yet.
So I think, how about we both watch it, sometime?
Yeah.
Because everybody seems to be really liking it. I'm curious what.
It could be definitely one of the things we kind of talk about one of our early Wednesday shows here coming up in March. So.
Yeah. Amanda, I like your hair tonight. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Night All, great stream. Yeah, we were, go ahead, Amanda.
No, you're fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at @NearMintCon. Check us out on Patreon if you want to support us and everything that we do here at this channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. And also check us out on Redbubble if you want some, I already said that, great near mint condition merchandise. Hey, Omar's wearing one of the shirts today. Wonderful.
Just today. Yes.
And
Met my ex this Friday, immediately after WandaVision. 8:05 to play it safe. Give myself a little wiggle room.
Yeah, just in case. Oh, that's
okay,
sweet.
all right. You like my hair? Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. For real, for real.
For
Go
real.
ahead, Amanda.
Yes. All right. So without further ado, guys, if it's classy and cool, it must be in your mint. Have a great evening. We will see you all on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Have a great evening.